off the connector, boom, done. Undo that screw and that screw.
You said these two, right? Sorry,
Yeah.
I wasn't looking.
Yeah, these two.
Okay.
Contacts.
Put this thing in here.
Slide back in. That's it. First short, left short door. Grab the flashlight. There's a little black one, about 6 inches long, 5 inches long, somewhere thereabouts. All right, so we're gonna go in here and now look. Okay, table of contents, maintenance, Magneto. Looks like page 9. Just making sure description, operation, installation. We're not installing, we're doing maintenance 9. So we're gonna go to page 9. This is the right book for it. So it might be another 9 here. There we go. Thank you. And it works. Okay, good. All right, so where are the points at? So right away, they tell you to inspect the points. And you have to remove them to inspect them. And what you're looking for is these things. This is what it should be. And then these, just again, read it. And it shows you the points. It shows you how to set them. There's a little dot that's on the cam, which we can see, there, and spin around like this. Then the gap. We're not doing E gap. We're just doing point gap, okay? We're doing main points, not breaker points or retard points. So for a 4-cylinder, this is a 4-cylinder, 6-cylinder. 16 plus or minus 3. I want to set at 16. What the plus or minus is for, and anything you do, we talked about that last week, right? Mm-hmm. What's the plus and minus mean?
Tolerance.
You got it, 100%. I like the answer, but that's not what I'm going after. Like the aileron cable, we're going to set it. It gives us like 40 pounds or 30 pounds or whatever our elevator cable we did last week. Are we going to set it at 33 or 27?
No. So you said to set it at the
What
number
they ask you
guidance,
for.
because with time it could change.
That's right.
Yeah.
So whenever they give you a number, 16, I want it set at 16. The tolerance is, if they say every 100 hours, you got to pull it off and check the gap. That's what the plus or minus is for. Okay? Otherwise, 100 hours, if you only had to pull the cover off, you leave this all on the engine, you check it and it's good, you put it back on and you keep on flying for another 100 hours. That's the interval they want you to do it. But if you set it at that limit, extreme limit, like to 16 plus 3 is 19 or 13, it may drift. Now you got to pull the whole thing apart and do it. It's a pain in the ass. So always set it to what it's supposed to be. You get it within 1,000ths, I'm cool with that. You get it where it's way off, like the guys tell me I got it set, I got to try to ram the frickin' gauge in. That's no good. Okay? Go ahead and put it back in. Now, anybody can do it. Well,
Yeah.
Okay? All right, that's what opens the contacts, by the way. All right. I normally don't do it by hand. It's not comfortable. It's not really the way to do it. So we're gonna go find a vise. We'll go over to the airframe shop. So if someone can grab the, I don't need the book, but you can get the book from. So once you have it out, you inspect the gap, inspect the points for any kind of corrosion or crap like that that may have. A little hot over here, but it's the way it goes.
So for a practical The reason you took it out of there is so we can inspect it right.
Right. Yeah, well, your job is to remove and replace and inspect and set.
Right. It's not just about checking the gap.
Right. That's just like what the first part of the project says then. It says the applicant will remove, inspect, install, and set gap.
And is that just one project, or that'd be like?
That's
three?
one. So you mess up any part of that,
So you got it all on.
that's, yeah. So we open this thing up. I don't know if it's like they need a well or something like that. Or
You need to
what.
put some lube on
Yeah,
there.
I would guess, yeah.
Engine level.
That's all Bob. See if he'll come out a little bit back. Go ahead and snug it down. Unless he needs to right with you.
Like that.
Yeah, do it till it crushes it, okay? No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, let me get a ring.
Okay. So now we want to adjust them. So what you're going to do is loosen this screw right here a little bit, and then make sure this one's fairly tight. And what we're going to do is, you can see where everybody's been going. They go right in here like this, and we're going to slowly, I'm going to make sure the cam is in line with the cam follower right there. It's on the high side, right? So now, if I'm trying to do it with my hand, I'm going to keep bumping this thing. It's going to go all over the place. But if I set it and line that high spot of the cam up with the cam follower, then what I'm going to do is go in and watch the points open. And if they close, you want to tighten this a little bit more. So I want to tighten a little bit more. And then, so when I do open them, it stays to pretty much where it needs to be. Okay, I'm just going to tighten this a tad bit more because it's still loose. I'm going to get a feeler gauge out. This is nice. Somebody took the feeler gauge off the thing and flipped them all upside down and backwards and whatnot. 22, 16, there it is, I got it. Okay. Now I'm going to come in over here. And it's too loose. Okay. It'd run. It wouldn't run great. I'm loosening it and I'm going to watch them close. There you go. Then you can use your own technique. Still a little bit more. Sometimes they go too much and it just closes all together and start over again. Okay, what I need to do is loosen this one a tad to let it do what it has to do because I got it a little bit too tight. There we go. Now it looks like it's too tight. And see, this is what people tell me it's set. You got to push it in, and it's real tight. See how it's not sliding over. So now I'm going to come back over here. Now it's not very tight, so I'm going to just watch the gap and slowly open it and try it. Right now it feels good, but what I'm going to do is get a bigger feeler gauge and see if it.
Bigger than?
Yeah, how it feels with the bigger one. I figure 17's not here. It's somewhere in the mix of this stuff. It's not next to where it's supposed to be. Let me make sure that it's stuck. No, it's got 20, then it has 18. So we'll try 18. Because the one I put in fits perfect. And 18 won't go. So it's real close to 16. So I'll give you the 16 and let you feel what it feels like. Did Roberto do this in Roberto's classes?
We did do it, yeah.
One person?
So we just double checked if it was already. It was one that was on the aircraft, and we just double checked if it was correct, and it was. That was it. We didn't do this micro adjustments.
Yeah.
I'll have to talk to him. And there it
Is
is.
that wrong? Did we do this? No.
It might be 17, but real close to 16. But I'm not going to spend, I mean, I could spend another 2 or 3 minutes, but you saw how close I got it pretty quick. But go ahead and try that. It should fit in there. And the 18, I tried putting it in 18. It's too much for 18. So it's between, it's probably a loose 16 to maybe a snug 17, but it's between the two, maybe 16 and a half. But you can try that and see how it feels. That's what a lot of people don't do, is they don't know how that should feel.
Is that within the ballpark again?
That's, yeah, I said within
Range,
1,000,
yeah.
I said within 1,000s, right? I said, I'm not gonna argue with it. But if it's like, and you gotta go in straight with it, because you're at an angle, like you're at this angle, you gotta kind of relax this hand,
Oh, okay.
relax this, like, and just let this thing go in. Not like that, but just relax it and let it go in. See how relaxed that is, and it slides in and out, boom. Like I said, you get it within 1,000, so I'm good with that.